Hey everyone, this is Ladrón and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. Last time we went to the pilot last known location, that's Margaret, and I think I wanted to check that LFO again, now that we can dive in a little bit deeper. We have ion power cell here, a regular power cell over here. Let me check. Empty. Regular power cell and an ion power cell, so we should be good on power. We still need to... There's a few things that are still open. The afterburner, so we can get faster. Horsepower upgrade, so we can get faster even with more modules on us. There are a few other modules that I wanted to craft. Well, there's actually one that I still need to find. Is this aquarium? Because that we can drop some fishes in there, catch them. We already have the fabricator here, so we can get food and water on the go. So those are some of the things that I wanted to take a look into today, hopefully without breaking the sea truck. But first, let's go to that artifact. See if there's anything else worth exploring. Now that we have both modules for both Mark III modules, that meter Mark II. Basically, we had the modules to, so we can go all the way down, or as far as we can with our e-truck and the process. So, well, I should have crafted, or not should, but I could have crafted the torpedo arm and the other option for the front suit, but I think we should be okay with the mine. Right now we have the drill option, the drilling arm, and the grappling hook. So if anything, we can get away from places. Not get away from places, but go down and then grapple our way up again. Let me do a little bit of this. If anyone's thinking about following us, pretty sure there's a big baddie somewhere around here. Is that something? No. That doesn't seem like it. So in this case, I like to keep close to the ground. Nope. Told you there was a big baddie around here. Good thing that since we have the big charger, we can just talk him a little bit and he'll let us go. Take a quick dive over here and see what we're gonna find. Now that we can probably go all the way down there with the e-truck. So good to be able to carry our base around. Oh, I think this is already explored. I don't think there's too much, or maybe I'm confusing the colors that added last time. It could definitely be the case. Yeah, I don't see anything here. There was just a power cube, iron cube over here. Maybe we just need to keep going down. Yep, that could definitely be the case. So, let's just unpin. And turn around and keep on going down. There we go. Or maybe the entrance was through Margaret's place. That might as well be the case. Do a little bit of exploring around here. Things are blowing up around us, but we can keep going down. Oh yeah, that's the way. I remember having the ghost behind here and he grabbing us with the prawn suit. So yeah. Let's see how we fare with the truck over here. Oh, that wasn't what I was planning to do. I was just planning on getting out to drink some water, but okay, that works too. Here's the Ghost Reliance realm, so we need to take extra care here. Oh, in any case, there is not much that we can do. It's that way. Doesn't seem to be going down. There you are. Yeah, I'm happy that I brought this guy then. He's gonna try to get in, and shock him, and be on our merry way. Yeah, that works for me. Torpedo arm, I think we already have that, right? The propulsion cannon, yep. Okay, so what else we got on here? Tripods, vents. Maybe to continue going down this way. On exploring this area, shall we? Pointers. Yep. Okay. Nope. Sorry. Just passing through. Oh, something. Nope. Nope. Getting deeper. But I don't think our Petra can get that way. Okay. Truck, you stay here. We're gonna take the prawn suit with us. Let's see how deep we can go. Okay, can I? No. Grab some of these. Those are probably going to come in handy. Thank you. And gonna get another one. I said gonna get another one. Okay, plenty of these. Plenty, like 4 or 5, but more than we've seen so far. Oh, times 2. I'll take those. I think those are all. Gold. I'll take a little bit of gold. There. Knew that there was going to be these sort of resources around here. Always good to have an extra one. Or a few. You are silver. Yeah. I know that we have like a storage that's half silver, half gold. But never hurts to take a little bit more, right? Oh, times 3? Oh, hello. No, 71. We'll take a few more of these. AKA all of it. Yeah. Let's break this down. This is, I think, one of the most on the rarer side of resources, so that's one reason why I want to take it. The gold and silver, you can get it from the surface, or not the surface, but areas that are not this deep. But since we're already here, there we go. And I get the last piece, please. Thank you. Oh, okay. Silver. More materials. Is this just a resource cave? Do we have anything around here? Gold? Even though I'm not sure I'm gonna fit around something around here. Silver? Yeah. I have materials for a beacon. Just on the off chance that we need to come back over here. Beacon, what are you? Copper and titanium. Of course, I have neither of those. Let's go back up here. Nope. Where is... Oh. Right on top of us. No. It's right on top of us. So let's dock it over here. Say let's dock it over here. Thank you. Oh, hello. And one of these. Parts. Oh, hello. Magnetites. Those are a little bit on the more rarer side. Silver. No. Did we get it from this range? Don't think so. There is more range ahead of us. Silver. No, that's just same one. Okay. Go. That's more nickel. I'll take it. And no, I'll take you as well. And yes, let's get some fish cooked. And where are you? Better fish. Where are you? Oh, need some water. And make those 2 and 2. Let's put some things away. Everything that we get her so far. The extra water. Should be good. Oh. There was something around here. Take a quick peek over here. No. Maybe. Perhaps hints. No, I think that's the same range that we just were. Okay. I'm going. Nope. More of that. Would I? Yeah. Yep. Any Leviathans or anything else weird around us? Oh, all good. Anything else we want to take home? Nope. Oh, there's one. I see you there. And I'm out of here. Nope. Nope, sir. And nope. So what do we have here? Exploding ones. Now let's see. This big crystal formation. Anything interesting around here? Seems like this way.
There is definitely something of value nearby. It could help you build my body.
Okay. I don't think that the ghost Levant can squeeze in here, so yeah. It should be safe-ish, or it can be. I'm really happy that the Citra can fit in this. Yeah. I'm gonna find a place where it's not gonna fit in anymore. Oh, there's greenery around here. Okay, okay. Oh, hello. Let's take a quick explorer around here, shall we? We came this way. Oh, these. Nice place to hide. There's the other one. You there? More areas to explore over here. Upper? Nope. Beacon? Okay. And what do we have here? Silver. Okay. I was just looking for that extra copper, but that could be good. Diamond? Okay. Need to explore. Oh. Okay. Thank you for turning it off. Let's keep this so we can have some lights. Even though this area seems pretty well lit. Okay. To a larger cave. We're going down. Just for the sake of going down. Oh, it's a rock formation, so you're gonna have your ups and downs. Okay. Anything here? Nope. Anything in between the crystals? Nooks and crankies around here? Okay, so what do we have here? Hello. Oh, murder robot. Oh, there you are. Anything else? Architect components. Okay. Second portion. Constituent parts. Then we have two organs, iron cube, ribbon, planets. Okay, we have all that. Only units. I think we can make that. This. Hydrochloric acid. We got those back at home. Don't. Yep.
You will be able to construct bionic organs with the scanned material, both primary and secondary. Our designs provide for redundancies.
Given your current location, I think they could still be improved.
Your feedback has been noted.
Is this flashing? don't think this like is in any specific or particular pattern. Okay, so now we have 2. Okay. Now we just need one more body part. And we're gonna be able to craft it. Okay, so now, hello.
You have found 2 of the 3 components required for the construction of my corporeal form. This is as close as I have come to autonomy in a long time.
You have such a way with words.
Is that sarcasm?
It was. You're learning.
Hopefully, I will not have time to complete my study.
I was wondering, if you can transfer bodies, why was it important to find a cure when you were infected? Couldn't you just make a new body?
As you can see in the components you have scanned thus far, the forms we require combine biological and mechanical parts. The tissues you have scanned were developed from the DNA of 27 separate alien species.
27? That seems greedy. And wouldn't that mean that anything that infects a body you've manufactured can potentially learn how to infect all those other species?
Yes. That is why a cure was imperative.
Okay. So what else do we have here? Oh, that's already done. Not a finite here, so I'll take you. And you, my little friend, as well. All the components, all the bits and pieces. Anything else in particular? This is just the way it came right now. Nope. Oh, maybe. Just because there's a ruby on the wall doesn't mean that a lot. Yep, this is the same one that I was in before. Okay. 2 out of the 3 body parts. Nice. Got the materials. Since we're already here, I'll take an extra toothpaste. Like so. What are you? Okay. You. Go up. Nope, not exactly here. Okay, there's some of these things here. I think that maybe this is the way that I came in. Maybe, perhaps, perchance. Oh, yeah. I would say so. What do we have over here? We have some copper there. Now, can we grab that copper?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Where was that? Oh, it. There we go. Let's get these. Do I need a beacon right now? I think that body part is probably the last thing that we needed down there. Oh, hello. I think I'm gonna just get out right here. Oh, the orb stays on console itself. Take this along there. Ooh, right on time because it was basically full. There we go. I think we have more kyanite than what we're gonna be needing it for. but it's always good to have some extras and not having to come all the way down here to get those. But we were heading to that one. Nope. It was the yellow LFO. Do you have any yellow beacons? This one. Okay. And up here. Oh, wait. Up there. Well, from what it looks like, we're basically under it. Okay. This charge on, because Ghost Levine is gonna try to launch on us real soon. That's a given. Keep an eye out for anything interesting, suspicious, or both. Hey, nope. Biden. That's all? We're not gonna get... No one wants to try eating us now? The last shot of the trick? Nah, I don't think so. Pieces, some lithium. Nothing that really screams, oh, you need to come out there and get me. Push on arm, already got that one. More lithium. Well, there is a magnetite there. I'm not sure exactly why we're gonna need the magnetite for, but I'm taking it. I think since we're already here, one of those here, and I think there was another one somewhere. No, might not, but I'll take the lithium. There you are. Give me that titanium. Please and thank you. Anything else? Doesn't look like. So here we drop these guys over here. And we still have some inventory space. Nice. Else. Oh, sorry. Can we squeeze through here? Yes, we can. Kind of. No, we can. These open parts is usually where the Ghost Line is, so you can just get away from here. This is higher. Yeah, I think this is the way to go out. Excuse me. I'm swimming here. What am I stuck on? Oh, that dude over there. Come on. I'll follow you. You probably know the way out of here, right? You nasty. I'm gonna try to eat us again. No, sir. Excuse me, can you take your face out of my face? Thank you. Is it over here now we need to go? Excuse me. I'm filming here. Is this the way to go? Hope so. Yeah. Feels like it. Things is going up. Yeah. Let's see. Nope. Under. the right way. Maybe on the other side of this. Usually going up. Oh yeah. That's the trick. Then go through over here. And we should start getting out of this. Oh, there's this big thing that's gonna explode in a second. Like so. Now we can get out of here. But first, oh, hello. Wasn't exactly what I was planning to do, but that works. There we go. The thing about being facing up is just it pops you right out, and then when you jump in, you're right at the home again. So you're good. Actually, since we're over here, this one is the one that we just got. You off. Body cache. Well, since you're off, I'm assuming that this is already done. Okay, so which one we're gonna take a look? See, this one, this one, that one. So let's take a look. Nope. That's exactly the one that we want to hide. Go bye-bye. So we have 2,000 meters that way, 400 meters that way. No. 400 meters, hit it. So let's take a look. Maybe around here, or maybe this is just where we left. No, I don't think so. It was definitely the other one. Oh, it might be another entrance. Sure. Up. No, I'm still in the cave. Can I get out? Please and thank you. Can you? Okay. Now on the right track, I hope. Up. Excuse me, not vicious. Excuse me. Let's see what you got over here. Okay. Probably some copper over there. And lithium? I think it is. A diamond there. Lithium is over here. There we go. Oh, hello. Talking about hello. There's something that we need to do real quick. I don't see a lot of fishes around here. I'm gonna go back. Oh, hello. That's what I'm looking for. No. This straight up. So we can have a little bunch on one of these. the water. Yep. We're the one that has a little bit of room. Yep. Now let's see. Diving right in. What do we have here? I think this is just the artifact itself. Oh no. Oh yep. That geothermal thingy. Take a look and see if there's anything else that we might have missed. Some diamonds on the walls. And that seems to be about it. A lot of diamonds or rubies. But other than that, nothing too fancy. So that's PK8. PK8. This color and this. And now let's go to the final one. Try to avoid hitting the walls, shall we? Yeah, and of course the one that's a kilometer away from where we are right now is the one that we should be going. As always. Okay, so we're going to go this direction. Yep. Looks good, sounds good. Right. 700. Not under Margaret's base. Oh, it could be. Actually, might as well be. Kilometer that way. Yeah. Oh, hello. That seems like a story part to me. Okay. Who's roaring? Making noises. Oh, you are. Okay. Oh, you're kind of bit of far away, so. Sorry, module. I need 2 more of these. Well, 1 more of these now. Go. That artifact. Just keeping an eye for anything on the floor. Could be interesting for us. Or anything? No. No. Doesn't seem like it. Pads. Nope. Sorry. Yep, I'm just gonna keep on going this way and we should be good. Gonna go by the surface and try to dive in afterwards. Yep, let's try that. What do we have over here? Frenchy. I think we can go down, so up it is.
Detecting bow of an astronautical Sol-Transgov vessel nearby. Vessel name Mercury 2. Inoperative.
Is that the same one that we already found? Maybe. Okay. Is it different? Is there anything we can scan around here? That's just a Vanguard. Else moving, grooving. Tornado plates. we get something out of you? Nope. Anything for anything? We might have already come around these areas, but probably not being able to explore too much because we didn't have enough, or we couldn't go deep enough. And now we can. Let's take a look around and see if we can find a cave to dive in. Oh, it's still 300 meters that way, so it might be the case that we can just keep on exploring. Yep. I think the drop is going to happen right after there. But yeah, this is where the vent guards are. Okay. So down we go. Yeah, I think it's down here, right? And of course our sea truck is not going to be able to get in anywhere. Okay. Oh, this is not the way that I thought that it was going. There we go. Now let's do a little bit of these. And a little bit of that. There we go. Now, well, take me down. That's the way to go. Yep. Sounds good. Ground soup on us. Anything else? Particular interesting? Already scanned this yeah, connect the ion cubes around here. Okay, so this one. Oh, then we're gonna see the other marker. Base. Get some fishes. Oh, so let me get some fishes. Thank you. There we go. Anything else? Some of these. There are crystals. Yeah, nothing too fancy. Nothing too important. Get out of here then. That's the way to go. Yep. Oh, almost got it. Okay, let's wait a little bit here while our battery restores, and it should be enough to get us on top. Nope. Back in there. Nope. Okay, not exactly what I was planning to do, but that should work. There. Now we're out. You trucks and nope. Get on the other side. Okay, this one. Come on. There we go. where is that marker again? Was down there. Now it's gone. Okay, that's mildly concerning. Yeah. This one should be down there. Yeah, this is the one that we just got out of. Okay, maybe we need to go to this one. I think that would be the next step. Body cache. The only one that's different. Let's give that a try, shall we? Alan Daddy, what are you looking for? I'm looking for architect tissues. I think Alan had a little case of the sniffles that we can help him out. So we need to get those tissues for him. Let's get some food and water. Oh. Nope. What did I transfer here? Oh, this. All this blocks. It's not there. Oh no. We just got a message about
Detecting bow of an astronautical Sol Transgov vessel nearby. Vessel name Mercury 2. Inoperative.
I think it was somewhere around this area. Because if it's not there, the only one that's complaining around about right now is this one for some reason. Even though we already been there quite a lot of times. The blue ones we already got for sure. Yeah. Just gonna go to this one and see what, if anything, pops out or say. I'm positive that the ones that we mark as blue, oh, the Delta Station? Delta Station? No. That's the Delta Station? I don't know if I want to say hello to you. Would you want to say hello to us? No. Goodbye. So good to have that. Just missing the... Oh, we found one part of the aquarium somewhere down there. We should just take a look. Yeah. Yeah, probably right. There's probably something that they want us to go to the Delta Station for. Just want to do a little scour of the ground here, see if we don't find any bits and pieces. AKA the aquarium node module. That's the only one that I kinda wanted to find. Excuse me. Can you please? I'm searching for the aquarium module. Nope. Some parts over here. There. The thing that we're looking for is the missing knowledge about the architect tissues. I want to take a look. Well, we are close to that one, right? Or we were close to that one. Well, we're close to this body cache than we are from the Alpha Station, so Delta Station, sorry. I'll take a look at this body cache and then we might be. This is just wreckage. For these, I think. Yeah, shipwreck 2. We already explored this. We're actually, I think we're around this area. Okay, so that's nothing down there. To the Delta Station we go. Did they explore you completely? I don't think so. Remember... Oh, there's no entrance over here. Yeah, I think we found everything that we needed from these wreckages. I already have the laser cutter show. Should be good. Excuse me. So to the Delta Station we go. Anything else? There's a lot of salts around here. Not that we need those. Or desalinization station back at base. Already got plenty of salts for us, so. The Delta Station dock. Back up here. Oh. This is already next to the dock, the actual dock, so. Take it. Once I believe, I think I have. Nope. One more materials to drop. Come on. There is one indoor space left here. Everything else is up to the rim. Yep. Okay, well, took one of these off. Yep. Gonna drop you here. And come on. Can I? Thank you. Okay, Delta Station. Here we are. Yeah, of course. Could explore everything in here. Oh, maybe not. Trash can. Oh, I think this is for getting rid of any extra materials. Yeah. Water. I believe I haven't explored all this thoroughly. The lighthouse. Okay. Up we go. We don't barely see anything. Oh, lights. Follow the light. There should be some of those horseshoe plants. Go. Huh? See those? I think those don't give heat, right? Health food. Well. Here we go. Lighthouse. Let's roll it up. Be somewhere around here. We drop by here. We'll keep on going up. Station. anything. It's already in test mode. Go to the lighthouse. I think this is supposed to be the lighthouse, folks. We haven't explored this completely. Or maybe they did. Don't see anything different, unique. Okay. Haven't I gotten in here? Really? Well, there's charging. Manual's back.
Cushy setup. Must belong to one of those higher-uppers. Maybe I can find clues about Sam here.
Got this. Stuck here? No.
Good morning, Frostpack. Just a quick update to inform you of some key achievements and priority shifts we need you all to get behind. The Spy Pangling project was a resounding success. Please join me in congratulating Samantha IU, who is now reassigned to Outpost Zero, helping us dream of future initiatives. Congratulations are also in order for Danielle Valenti and her team at Omega Lab. The closing of Phi Robotics means important funds can be redirected to their Kara bacteria study, which has important, positive implications for the life sciences. You're all doing an exceptional job, and I don't want to promise anything, but HQ has been taking notice. Keep up the good work, and I think we can start discussing bonuses soon.
Sam really got under management's skin. I didn't know she had it in her.
David, you'll be happy to know the Frostpack is making excellent progress. I must say, my management style appears to be uniquely well-suited to isolated planets. I miss you, of course, but I wonder if you feel it too. As great as we are together, we're almost better apart. Just look at how well Prosperina did in her last show. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to see it, but I'm sure if I'd been around, I'd only have made her nervous. Once this mission is over, I'll come home for a few good months. And then, what do you think if we look at reorganizing our expectations to facilitate longer-term separation success? I really think this could be a great model for us going forward, romantically and otherwise. Don't forget, I love you from the depths of my heart. Keep on succeeding in your projects. You know there's nothing I find more attractive.
Okay. I don't see anything particular around this area. And on the first layer, okay. Maybe going down then. Here. This up, okay. Pick box, all of these. It's already here. Go to the lowest floor and turn left me. Lowest floor. I think this is the lowest floor, but if there is anything here that we haven't scanned. Nope. Okay, docks. Okay. And dock sheet. There we go. And here. Some of these. Oh. Of course, we have an inventory, so we got this big bunch of things in our hands. Down to the docks. Over there. Thank you for morning. Take a little bit of shortcut. Yeah. we came here. I think we going left then. Okay. On this area. Going to the left. Nope. Okay. That doesn't seem to be the beaten path. So far, oh, hello penguins. How's everything going around here? All nice and cozy. Warm. All this fence. Okay, behind here, okay. It seems we're going in the right direction. More of these. Left with some penguins. Right with some other. Okay. Oh, hello. Thank you. Go. Real analysis station.
New technology acquired.
E-truck teleportation module? Oh, really? Better tool? Six new thingies. Oh. Okay. Empty desk. Bed. Basic plant pot. Okay. The ones. E-truck teleportation module. Aerogel. 2 aerogels for that. I think I know how to do it. Better tool. Teleport to a nearby sea-truck teleportation module. Oh, hello. Definitely want one of those. And aerogel. Oh, yeah, we can do that. Oh, yeah, we can do that. There was another side of this cave. To here. Thing. But important. Was that the thingy that I was supposed to find it, or am I missing something else? Do a little bit of a check here. That's it. I want a little bit of a check. Do toasty. Nope. There's some more of these. So. There. And home. Plenty of materials. To fire robotics. Okay. Let's see. Fire robotics. No, greenhouse repack. Fire robotics. A meter away. We are 600 meters from our base. Okay. Get off. I think I'm gonna take the sea truck real quick to our base, and I want to craft these 2 materials there. Build teleportation module. Oh, with the snow fox. Oh yeah, snow fox. Well, then definitely we need to go back to the to our base. Sea truck. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I got to see there's no fox back at base, so in we go. Oh, hello.
You do not trust Alterra,
No, neither do you.
but your sister was Alterran.
My sister was my sister. She worked for Alterra.
My people do not perceive a difference. We are what we work for.
Well, Sam wasn't. I should have guessed Alterra would find a way to clip Sam's wings, like I knew they'd do to mine. I tried to warn her, and she was stubborn, just like me. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be so different from her. Scrappier, faster, way less play by the rules.
Was Sam working in the best interest of Alterra?
Yes, but they definitely didn't think so.
We believe that individuals may operate in the best interest of the collective or against the best interest of the collective. There is no in-between to us.
So you always saw eye to eye on absolutely everything with your network?
No.
I sense there's more to this story.
And more to your sister's story as well.
That's fine. Change the subject. We'll come back to it later.
I like to see how this stories start rolling out and unfolding. That's pretty unique and interesting. Don't need those because I think we have that in back at base. So let's clear up our inventory. Oh, we have an extra battery here. Oh, we have an extra water, so can I change this? There we go. Perfect. Now, first things first. Let's see. Don't think there's
Welcome aboard, Captain.
inventory space available over here. Oh, hello. And we'll go. A few more of these. Another one of these. As well. And these. Gonna take these off. Grab these two. Here's a snow fox with half a battery. Not good. No. But this is just extras. Have some of these here, and Nico. Drop the IQs as well. Lithium. Calsac, a lot of other things. Actually, I have the habitat builder. This. I'm keeping it there because it takes too much space. That's the only reason why I'm keeping it there. It's just too much to be carrying around, you know? So I'd rather keep it nice and tight. I should actually keep it at the sea truck, but I like to keep the sea truck as our mobile interface, or why is it not on this platform? Oh, good question. Good. Drop it on this pod, that's for sure. Yeah. Magnetite here? Yes, I do. And these other extra. Well, actually, I think for the platform, we just constructed and deconstructed as needed. Just wiring kit and titanium. Wiring kit is 2. Okay, here. Extra materials, maybe here. Yeah, I should keep it with us. So, silver. Let's make this into a wiring kit. And titanium. That's the way to go, right? Into titanium. Yeah, well, I like to be prepared, you know? Actually, right now this is full. This is just for water and salt. Could definitely start using some of the salt because it's piling up real nice. Let's see. Here's the extra one. Also extras. I'm gonna keep these here, actually. And that way you can just bring more stuff with us. Probably park the secret folder. It's definitely going to be helpful. Like, yeah, this close. Actually, since we are at base, let's see. You're the one that's being unloaded. How about you? So this recharges. Unload. Can I get to the unload? Thank you. Oh yeah, we are nice and safe from Kara right now. Batteries. Everything is already done. I actually was able to craft a few more of the cures. I think I dropped those empty as well. Have anything here that we want to take? No. Let me see here. Let me add these two to recharge real quick. You out and drop you here. Oh, so you're 99%. Where's that? Where's that? I think it's here. Have some antidotes here. So if the Karaka ever comes back, we have something to fight it off. Let's see here. This is full. I'm gonna drop some lithium. These. And the extra copper. We use just titanium. The extra materials. Everything else goes to these ones. Go to robots. Robots. Oh, where is robots? Robots. Go. Robot. Not sure where that thing. Oh, hi robotics. Oh yeah. So need our stuff. Oh no. I like to have this one, this and two. It's 3. There's 4. I think these 2 needed. No. Have the wiring kit here, right? Yep. Go to titanium for base. But first, came here to do a lot of things. Go. Copper. One of these. And where's the gel sack? These. I don't have plenty of gel sacks somewhere. There we go. Okay. These we need computer chip. For these we need copper. Okay. Computer chip. I'm gonna need an extra one of these. One of this one. And the aerogel. We're gonna need 2 aerogels. Nope. One of you. And the gel sack. There. Aerogels. This one is plastic ingot. Plastic ingot is 2 titanium ingot and 2 lithium. Just need one, right? Lithium. Oh, come on. 2 of you. Yeah. I think this 4. Need another one. 5, thank you. Actually, 5, thank you. Already done. Steel ingot. And we need this silicone rubber. I don't think I have that layer on here. Nope. Those are already 100%. Oh, I think I dropped the extra power cell over here. 100%, 100%, 99%. So, 99 one we're gonna drop over here. You. And we need joust. I think there's some. Where is that? No. Back here. Yep. Just one. No. Here. We want to. Hello. There. Thank you very much. No. Go over and here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I need me some of these. You find Alan's crafting table? No, not yet. I think, yeah, incube that we're gonna need. It's over here. Better choice probably gonna be here. No. No.
Together tool facilitates instant travel to a bed Sea-Truck teleportation module. Ion cube required for use.
Ion cube required for this. Why is carrying this? No, 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 no. That's a lot of wasted space. Yep, there we go. Now, if we do this. No. That's quite a swipe. Like this for now. No, let's do the crafting of another portion. And no. Pretty sure it's gonna be over here, right? Teleportation module. Yes. There we go. One of the things that said it requires an ion cube. It has to charge. How we can charge this? Because when it set it over here, right click it. We use a support cube. Oh, okay. Oh, this is gonna get messy. Let's see. No, I thought the ground system was gonna fall over. Where is the rest of you? I need to see if the ground suit also has anything else left on it. Here and we go there. No. Oh, storage is empty. But I need to add some power sources. U is going to be one ion cell, regular one. We just need one and one. There we go. go with mine. First things first. Take a few things out of our list. Stay there. This is done. And this is done. I really wish we could craft the ion cubes. Because then we don't rely on them, finding them out of the wild. Because right now we're kind of... Headlamp? Oh, this is an iron berry. Definitely think about crafting one of those. Yep. Oh, there is a place where I can find a bunch of those? Interesting. That'll be good. Over, I think we got some over here. Yeah, that'll be very handy. Now, the aerogel. Gonna need lead and diamonds. And 2 quartz. Lead and diamond and 2 quartz. Go to robotics. Oh, hello. Lead. I already forgot what I was looking for. Lead and diamond. Yeah. Diamond? Nope. Nope. 2 quartz. 1 diamond. You know, for the enamel glass. And I just need one of you. Glass. These. And here. So you go over here now. No? What am I missing? What? Oh, it's actually glass. It's not enamel glass. Okay. That's simpler. Not you. Release.
The headlamp comes with an advanced weather-resistant strap that can withstand volcanic heat or an ice-age blizzard. A perpetual, hands-free light source in even the darkest environments.
Maybe? Well, rebreather is not gonna do much at base. Let's see here. Gonna need you. That's for sure. Flashlight. Gonna be on the surface. Well, we're gonna be using the headlamp. We're not gonna need that. But. This improves heads distance. So, hello. These up here. These up here. Actually, I'm gonna take one with us. And. So, I'm gonna keep using this. That. Where's the headlamp? Here. Gonna stay there. So, tether tool. Ammo glass. You need to craft cynical arbor, iron kit, and this needs 2 titanium. Nope. 2. Rebreather problem. Yeah, the rebreather is gonna be the truck. I don't need the pad, but do I need a pad? Okay, I'm just gonna drop it over here then. Everything seems to be okay. I probably could do with some food and water right now. Nope. This as well. Got food and water at our base there. Clean this up. Here. Ready using everything else. Yeah. That should be all that we need. Now, fiber box. Off we go. Let's go down. Can get some fishes when I'm getting that. Well, those ice caves already always had some fishes for us, so. Yes, laser cutter, 100% charged. Actually, I should have brought some more batteries, but yeah. Teleportation. Yep. Those are power cells. Yeah. I'm gonna take a couple more batteries just for the sake of it. Where is our base? There. Yeah. One thing from the laser cutter that I was really intrigued by it is how long it. Oh, don't need it? Well, it's already over here. I want to leave one charge battery in the truck.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There we go. Truck. Have some of these water. Free. And off we go. Ooh. Almost hit our scanner room. Yeah, that's the scanner room. Yeah. I hope to find a bunch of batteries. Do not have the things. Auto charge batteries? Yes. I do have those, actually. Do? Yes, I do. In charge pins. Usually, when I'm around the robotics, I don't think I'm gonna be swimming too much, so. Not sure if that's gonna be too much of a help there. I have an extra battery in any case. So hopefully should be good. That's one of these. Don't want to get it always down. I think it was I don't think it was the last session, but the session before that. Got what's the name of those? No stalkers? Yeah. Got a lot of those hunting us. I was just going around just making sure that I got enough fur to craft the snowsuit. Yeah, it wasn't that much of a great time. I was really happy that we can. Now that we can outrun them. Okay, don't go on lands. Okay. For now, we need to go down here. Yeah, I could definitely use with the extra modules. The turbocharger. I'm going to find those. Or sea truck can move like a car, another like a truck right now. And these eyes are spooky. No, I actually find them more fun than spooky. Like, what the heck? Okay. It's broken through. Excuse me. Can I get some charge from those guys? Just attach some of these to the sea truck and we're gonna be good. No more batteries required. Okay, so I'm under 5 robotics. I'm going to go through here, right? Yeah, the last time when we saw a lot of these. Not really happy about getting the sea truck stuck in these guys. So, I'm gonna do with these. Come on. Let me out.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency
Oh.
decreased.
Doesn't have that one. You have the rebreather in any case. First platform? First platform. That one? Okay, let's go back there. Go to the pad. How do I get there? How do I have to go under this thing to get to the platform? Maybe I need to go around it? I remember I was able to get to the platform. Oh, someone was freaking out a little bit. Delta station. That is out there. I need to go around this then. Remember I was able to get to it directly without going under the ice? But I might be exploring around and just ended up there. That was the case. Excuse me. And one where the beacon is at one before the pad. Okay. It's around these parts. This way then. Black horse in the road. Yep. Around we go. On the right side? Okay. Right, the other side then. Small fishes when we do. Oh, it just run away. To the right. this way then. I really need those extra modules to make the, I think this is the afterburner and the horsepower. Yeah, I think in this case it's probably the horsepower one that will be a lot more helpful to get the sea truck actually moving instead of. I think this is the way that I went the last time. Came here and then went out. Yeah. This is the way to go. Gosh. We have the flashlight with us. Darn it. The platform is there. These are. Now we need to go to the pad. That is there. Can we grab some of these? I think I have plenty of materials back at base. Right. Maybe through here. They're light, so it's always a good sign. Have more of these. We load up on those. A launching pad. Go. And put her up. Into the water. Water's over here, right? No? There is water. I saw somewhere. Oh. Probably around here. Nope. Yeah, I don't think I ever explored this area. Take a look around. Is this the water we're supposed to go to? Okay. Secret parts. No stalkers. Oh, hello. You can get away from that snow stalker for enough time for us to get. Oh, the water with the jellyfish. Hello. Can I go around this thingy? I think so. Just want to see what's on there. If that's there. Usually stairs are. No. Back you up. Climb over here. See, more stairs. Oh. Heroes and a whole bunch of where is the robotics landing pad? So we need to go this way. Back. 45 robotic pads give you another area that leads off to it. You again? Landing pad is over there. Or the fire robotic. Sea truck over there. So between the fire robotic landing pad and the sea truck is this cave. Come on. Towards our base. Okay. Base over there. Landing pad. Yeah, just backtrack to where we started. Oh, this water? Okay. Hello, fishies. Cripples are over there. Go to the platform. That platform over there. Oh, around this area then? Let's take a look. Peace. Oh, hello. You can land that platform there. Okay. Don't think I saw this one before. Working out like a big cable. Oh, okay. And the cable. Nope. That one. So now I'm guessing I have to follow that up toward that way. Let me just grab the sea truck and bring it with us. So that's the way that we need to go. Okay. So up we go. Next to the green light, there's a thingy. Okay, thing next to the green light. Oh. Let's go. Thank you, sea truck. There we go. Cable. Here? Yep, there it is. Green lights right in front of us. That V shape there. Next to the green light, there is a moon. Take a look at what's next to the moon. Go. Copper. This is see what we need to cut. Go into this cave. But I think that this is something that I should be able to cut. This is the repair tool. No, it's 0% for some reason. We get from the inside. Okay. There are plenty of resources around here. Okay. The iron cubes are no-go. You have the other arms for the prawn suit, maybe? Oh, let's go to the island and go to the bridge. Bridge is right here. Yep, bridge is open. And another thing that I realized that I'm eating this. Watch. There we go. No. Bridge is find the bridge. I think I need to go back to the robotics and then turn right, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Here is the bridge. Yep. Right next to the platform. One should be from here, if I'm not mistaken. Around. Left. Platform is here. Bridge is somewhere around here. Yep.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Here's the launching pad platform. The robotics. Was up there, right? First platform. It's back there then. Let's try that up again. No. So, back to the truck we go. Platform. The ramp is somewhere around here, right? way. Oh yeah, there it is. Have to go up here and then through the bridge. Or over the bridge. There you are. That's what we're talking about. These up. Go up. Okay, Africans. Let's explore this. And there we go. Okay, not exactly what I was planning to. Follow the alien trail. First, you up. What do we have here? I think that's the alien trail. And here comes the bad guys. Stuff. Can I? Thank you. Have anything here? What we need? There we go. Seems that this way that the green stuff wants us to go. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Green stuff. We have more green stuff. Right. Look. I was really hoping to do this during the daytime. It'll be a lot easier. Hello. Cave. Oh, there is more green stuff there. Where's the same green stuff as before? And I'm stuck. Only bar failed. Okay. We're supposed to go this way then. I said let me drop you. Alien stuff here. Oh, excuse me. And more alien stuff here.
Architect data patterns are so strong here.
Oh.
Almost certain vital information to my body construction.
Alright then. What was that? I was interrupted.
Architect data patterns are so strong here. There is almost certainly vital information pertaining to my body construction nearby.
Okay. The cable keep on going this way. Some other things like the illuminating upwards. I'll say so. Yep. And another one put it there. No stalker for left. Try to avoid that one. Going straight. Okay, that's not a good sign. those one dead? Okay, that's not something that you expecting to see every day. Nice warm bones. Okay. So after that is just leave it alone. This worm. Aggressive and lethal. Okay. Noted. You in tip-top shape. And we're going this way. I think. I think that was the way that we came from, actually. Anything around here? Okay. Feel that I'm coming back for some reason. I have a slight feeling that this is the way that we should be going. That's ice worms. Or the artifacts. Oh. Set table. Maybe we need to go down here. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Yep. Probably is gonna be somewhere around here that we need to go. I think that need the cables around. No. Can you turn it off? Thank you. Let me explore. Bye. Hello. Arch Emerald? Okay. Look around. No, nothing. Oh, we're gonna find some things out there. Hello. Special treatment required. We need to bring the front wood all the way here. That would be interesting. Okay. Another cube. And you can. Again. No. Good piece. About to go bad, so. Hello. Someone might not have been having a good time over here. Tissue.
That is a rough way to go.
Yes, I would not enjoy being crushed while mining iron cube components.
The cold preserved the body well, but this isn't a big sample. Will it be enough?
Our tissues are pluripotent, derived from the DNA of various species, capable of changing form as necessary.
Ah, like stem cells. So, what prevents you from, I don't know, ending up with hooves where your eyelashes should go?
That does not happen. At least not since the fourth iteration.
Okay.
You have scanned all the components we need to make a storage, body.
Are you excited?
Using the chemical compounds available in your body, I am able to approximate what you might call cautious optimism.
Okay. Now we just need to have all of these on hand. Root pustule. This is something we haven't found yet. Even though I think one of the first areas that we explore, they had some roots that had some things on them. I think where the sea monkeys were. Now we need to find that thingy. So now we need to go back to the sea truck. Get to crafting all those materials. Okay. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh hello. Good enough. Oh come on. Can I get to my secret? Well, please. I want the secret. Oh, not the secret. There's no box. Give me that. Now we can get this thing out. And off we go. Thank you for reminding me. I wouldn't have thought about using that app. There we go. Home sweet home.
We have gathered the necessary components to begin constructing my body.
Great. What's next? Let's get you out of my head.
First, you must find the fabrication facility. It is concealed at some depths.
Fabrication facility. So you planned on needing to make new bodies?
It is a standard medical facility.
A medical facility where you just replace your whole body when it wears out? Sounds a little beyond standard to me.
Ours was a research mission of the highest importance.
So, what were you, a scientist like me?
I am a scientist now.
So, what happened? Your team found the vaccine and then...
Please, Robin, you have the components. Find the facility and construct the body.
Okay, but don't think I don't notice you changing the topic.
So, where the sea monkeys are. Where are the sea monkeys at? I think they're close to our base. Here, you guys gonna go scouring the floor here. Do we find something? Talking about finding something. That's just quartz. Yeah. Got excited for a second there. Here are the sea monkeys. Mentally prepare. Okay. Got anything added to our this here? Nope. I think we need to craft everything first. We need to find those pustules. No. Sorry, not. How long am I turn my me into gay? Okay. That will be an experience. Oh, if you're thinking about collectively, I'm not sure, and replacing the bodies as willy-nilly as they would seem to do. I don't think like being gay or not would be something like to care about. Not sure. That might be the cave that we're needing. Okay, hello, pustules. Oh, just grabbing him. Yeah, grab a handful of them. That's it, I grab a handful of them. How much space do they take on the inventory? Oh, they're tiny. Okay. Super, I'll take it. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean by stack. I haven't seen anything else that uses these for. But yeah. It take a few more. Okay, let me clean this area up. Another one. No. Come on. You only need like 2 in the whole game. Yeah, okay. Now backing up time. Sea truck over there. Of course, I have to grab a few extra ones and buy a few an inventory worth of. Sea truck. Oh, here. Need to go all this way. Okay. Yeah, a few. AKA inventory. Back to the brim of it. Okay, now to the base we go. Over there. Oh, I'm glad that we're really close to it. Oh, sorry, Pihi. Let's get in there. But first, there are a few things we got here. That's empty. This is with you. Teleportation module. Okay, this is empty, so we have just a snow box over here. Okay. Also, I want to get these marked up.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. So, let me drop the extra ones. 22 extra ones that we got. Now we need this one. The synthetic fibers. We need that and a ruby. Could have a ruby here somewhere around here. If not, it's gonna be over this side. Nope, not on you. Ruby. Can you make that? Synthetic fibers. Okay. Then we need onion. For that we need the benzene. I don't think I have a ribbon plan actually. It's just one that we need. No, this one. So young, cotton, and salt deposits. And salt we have over here. Acid. Then we need some gold. We have here. Yep. Go. This is plastic ingot. I think I have it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we need 2 big. Okay. 2 ribbon plants. Three. Then lithium. Some diamonds over here. 3 diamonds. Yep. Need to make the last 2 right now. And with the 2 ribbon plants, we got, well, no, 2 ribbon plants into gel sack. Nope. Gel sack is over here. I said here. Go these. Now the ribbon plants, we should be able to find a few right outside our door. Give Alan a gift as snack. Okay. What sort of snack would Alan take? Okay. Now we have everything that you need, Alan. Now where do we need to go to? Right. We don't have any other new markers on our map. Gifts with watermelon? No, I don't think it would take on watermelon. Oh, don't have enough space on this. We have one here. We have a salt depot. Clean our inventory up. You stay here. You over here. On the vending machine. Okay, so potato mix. Snack. Chips. Snack. Gimme. Gimme. I have a thermos somewhere around here. People like it's over here. Oh. Last one is the mixed one. There we go. Get him some coffee. And some potato chips. Now we have everything that we need. Let's see. Silver ore we don't need. Get fiber mesh as well. We need. Yeah. No, the coffee machine, at least. Oh, there we go. Generic tasty rice snack. Add sugar, salt, or spices for sweet or and savor flavor. You know that we can get that. Chips. Potato mix. Potato. Derived snack food. Claim for manufacturer errors. Okay. Take one of each. And oops. Take an extra water. We're gonna need it. Out of all of these. Save it up. Now, where do we need to go to extract Alan's body? Greenhouse, shipwreck, last and Delta. Choose why this is still marked this. Go there. To Mark's base you go. Also gonna be in that the underground one or to the greenhouse. Last time we saw her on the greenhouse. Might be that we need to go down to her underground base, I'll guess. Off we go. Not greenhouse, you. Yeah, I should have scan or grab a sample of the materials from her greenhouse, but I went there, tossed the fruits to the snow stalker, and that was the extent of my visit to the greenhouse, and that was it. Okay, so we have the brown suit. Don't care about her anymore. You stole her plants. That's how you won from her. Oh, I just scanned her plants. Well, I did still. It's like, oh, she's not fat actually. She's actually pretty skinny, like all the models from this. I think you have to be kind of skinny to be like a spacefarer. The less mass you need to haul to space, the better. Oh, mentally obese. Well, you had a pretty rough story with the Leviathan that she killed. Kind of, well, I don't know if she killed just by stabbing it in the eye. It was kind of a stretch to me. Maybe it was already kind of dying or something. Well, she could have done more damage to it through other means, but at least at that time she didn't say anything, so. Yeah, let us be. So many noisy fishes. Well, everything that's swimming here are fish, then yeah, that'd be the case. Yep. Like, oh, hello whale. How you doing? I'm just gonna scoot over to the side so we don't bother you too much. But that guy over there might come say hello to us. No? Oh. Let's give them a spook a little bit, in any case. Now we need to drop from this area. Well, now that we have the sea truck going up to a kilometer down, I think we can probably just dive right in, right? Well, do we have enough space for that? Might be a little bit too tight. Yeah. Turn this sea truck around. Not lodge it anywhere. Come on. There we go. Let's park you right over here. And then take these and one of these. And off we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you, brown suit. Where are you? Just have to explore this area around, and we'll eventually get into Margaret's base. Yeah, that worked fine last time. Not where we're wanting to go. Yeah, I found some of the truck upgrades here. I'm missing, like, this has already been scanned. Missing one for the sea truck aquarium. And I'll take anything else like for the what's that again? The horsepower and the afterburner. I need to find them. We saw this last time. Yep. Well, there might be something else, but nope. Just have to go through the moon pool again.
You again.
Is it no solver? There. Okay. And then now we can take a look at the kitchen. Oh, she's a messy one. Stuff. Here? Yep. No power continuity. Yes. Machine, yep. Fridge. This can see things. Using the bones as a for the table. Okay. Plants on her. Think that we can scan. Or shower. Oh. You're doing keep the trick down there. Oh, I never explored this area before, so didn't even knew that we could.
A fortnight into our voyage, I was more or less living inside the creature's ribcage. It meant shelter, and it meant food. The flesh was starting to rot. The stench was unlike anything I'd ever smelled. As we floated, the temperature dropped, and the rotten meat began to stiffen and freeze. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the Reaper began to lose buoyancy. We sank a little each day. My sanctuary was becoming my tomb, and I was at the mercy of the current and the winds. Until one day, I saw a smattering of penguins in the distance. Swimming birds usually mean solid land of some kind. I was lucky. The winds followed their path. Hours later, I saw a blessed sight. An unmoving cloud sitting upon the water. Land. It renewed my spirit as I watched the land get closer and closer. The Reaper slowly sank. I was no longer worried. When the Reaper finally sank below the water, I was close enough to lazily swim my way to shore. I made a note to come back for the Reaper's skull. I didn't ride the beast for 3 weeks to have no proof. Land never felt so good, even in this Arctic hell.
So, now that I know my way where I need to go, I can actually find my way of bringing my sea truck over here. Turn north. We need to go southwest. Okay. There we go. And dock it. Thank Thank you very much. In we go. Actually, need to go this way. Come on. Okay, okay, you can go above it. And down here. I think. Now we can go down. No, I think we're on the other side of the thingy. Yeah. Can you? Straight, straight. You. Yeah. Yeah, I lost my way again. Yeah. Then use a prompt to orientate myself. Yep, that's a really smart idea. Let me get out of this area, 'cause this is not the right way to go. I don't think so. Come on. Can you let me go? Thank you very much. Whew. Where am I stuck on? Oh. First things first. Check. Food and water. Ground suit. That's no position. That's where we need to go. Yeah, we're a bit ways off. Drop in here. Oh, you mentioned that I need to take the truck. That's what I was backtracking. And now lost again. Hello. I don't know if I explored this ship here. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, there is always a exit left sort of strategy. Now that we have all the breathing upgrades, we can actually explore any areas pretty well. Hello there. I don't want to deal with you. This is the missing part that we need? Yes, we are. Here we go. Anywhere can get in here. Oh. Oh, you can build my body. Come on. Get to it. Yeah, he said that he was optimistic about it, so. Hello, there is an entrance to this. Several parts of. Okay. Go to that area. I'm sure Alan would understand as a scientist the need to explore and find new things.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll gonna be okay. His reinforced diving suit. Oh, okay. Not sure if I found that one. Is Chris doing? This, some of that. That's gonna be titanium because we already got that one. This guy over here. Reactor rods, okay. Probably another one of those. Nope, inventory is full. Take those. Reinforced diving suit. Okay. Yeah, over here. Put this up and before we go any further, let's go back to the crossing, get some air. Thank you very much. Anything in here before we go? Actually. Oxygen here. Take some cookies. Oh, alien containment. Oh, that's one of the things that I wanted to our base, and now we find it.
My instincts are never wrong. Stefanos has always been overly cautious. He hates taking risks,
This is where.
which I suppose is understandable when you're in the back end of the galaxy. But no risk, no reward. Elliot finds evidence of alien architecture on a completely uncharted planet, and he expects me to ignore that? Orion's belt, I would be an absolute fool.
Yep.
We've done some scans, and while there aren't a lot of mineral resources on this planet, there is decent biodiversity. Teams go out in the morning. There should be a significant specimen and sample haul for biopatenting, which will be split among the crew as part of the Discovery Clause. Let's see Stefanos and everyone else complain when they have a few more Sol Transgov credits in their uniform pockets. They'll learn to trust my instincts at some point.
Okay, there's another area around here. Concept over there. Get some air real quick. Okay, I lost the prawn suit. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I knew that I had to go into the vent, but I wanted to top up on oxygen before I do that. These. Okay, there There's that vent again. Oh, it, but we didn't get in. Is it down here?
I'm alive. Stefanos saved me. The Mercury attempted an emergency takeoff and everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well, was shorthanded because of everything. I heard the sound of metal tearing and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship. People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clipped into my sea tinker. Stefanos came out of nowhere, like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine with the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed. He said, "I gotcha. Just follow me, Ella." I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core, the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black. He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline has long since worn off and my body aches. I think I might have fractured a rib. I'm gonna shut my eyes for a bit. When I wake up, I'll figure this out. I'll save us.
So here's the closest entrance. So can you go through here? And the vent was somewhere around this part, if I'm not mistaken. Where's the vent? Not that I saw it. These are so confusing. Through here. Or to cut through. Yeah, but I think now I parked the prompt suit where it needs to be close enough so we can get oxygen. I don't want to spend too much of the excess charges that we have for the teleporter. I need potato. Give it water. Food. Okay. There is a bee over here.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. This is every xenolinguist's dream. I mean, I was helping with the planetary scans, and there are possible unknown structures on the surface. This could set my career up for life. The images are a little degraded coming through the atmosphere, but it looks like intentional and complex architecture, which means civilization, and civilization means language. Oh, man. And now most of the crew wants to get home. I understand that, but this could be a defining discovery.
Yep.
I'm definitely going to put a bug in Diana's ear about going to the surface so I can take a team to explore. I desperately hope this pans out. Oh, I can't wait till we get into communication range with Sol again. Layla and the kids would love to hear this. I mean, it's rough being away from them so long, but this might just make it worth it. I'll be able to give them so much more.
Okay, just going around in circles. Okay, I saw two vents that we need to go in. This is a dead end. You're right. Go in here. There's this room. There. Okay. Okay. Okay, so do I have enough material? If I had an extra copper, I could set a beacon, but now that I know that, no, there's the rest of the ship over there. Now I know where this is. I can come back later. Okay. The water. And let's get into Green Island. This way? Here and then down. I think I'm going the same way, or same place that I was going before. Maybe this is where I need to go. That's it? Or not? I don't think this is the place that we need to go. I'm exploring this way before. Didn't find anything. Be a cave with a roof goes down the orange area. So I don't think that's the case. Nope. That's the word less known location again. I think last time we didn't need it. So orange area, that's not the orange area that we need to go to. Okay. Let's get out all over here again. And then land over here. Charge the batteries again. Up we go. Thank you. There. Right under thingy. Something to scan over here. Good. No.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, this seems promising. Or not. Back at that same spot. Darn it! Okay. This way? holes over and over again, it seems. Try to go a little bit further this way. Maybe this way? Okay, now it seems that we're going. Yeah, these hive minds is the indicator that we're on the right track. And there are some lights over there. Come on. Land. There is this base. Where do I need to go from here? Let's just drop down and see. Okay. I would think that this is the way to go. Okay, crystal area. Yeah, I see crystals. This is where we were at the beginning of this session, actually. Where the Ghost Leviathan is. Now we go down, down, down. Yep, this is definitely where the Ghost Leviathan was before. Is this the video? Do we have that set up? Yep, we have that. Pulsar arm. Reach as we go. Okay, we have the repair tool. Yep, 85%. Because we're definitely gonna get attacked by that Ghost Leviathan. No rock break. Rock puncher. Okay. Yeah, I think this was the hole that we found before. Yep. In full circle, so back here again. Actually down one of these. Nope, can't go in there, so I'm pushing this way. Yeah, there's a hole in the center of the crystals. I think this is where we're going up. So let's say that this is where we came from. That's the area they were looking for. You see crystals up and down. Nope. Not here. I hear you, Ghost Leviathan. I hear you. This is going up as well. Maybe over there. down we go. Yeah, we're here at the beginning of the section. There. Coordinated stuff. Down we go. Also beats here? Nope. No problem. Not gonna need it. So I just found a body part from Alan's body part here. Yeah. This is where we found this. Oh no. Or did I miss a wrong? Get a wrong turn somewhere? More down. I'm gonna get more down. With the brown suit itself? Yes, with the brown. So we're gonna go here. Sure, because I don't see anything else beside these things. Is this the place I want to go? Maybe? Nope. Seems it's just going around. Left. Oh, maybe over there. No, this is. I think this is the way that we came from. I took a wrong turn somewhere around here. This just go around here, maybe somewhere else. Doesn't seem to be. No, maybe over here, and then over there. This feels like the area that we came from. Yep. Okay. Let's do the following here. This is the cave entrance. I'm gonna mark with the cross suit cell. Then I'm gonna explore a little bit. Maybe do we have to go up? Yep. I'll bet that this is the area that we need to go. Okay. Now we know how to get here. Go back to the brown suit. And get this way. There we go. Now we're talking.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This way. And up we go. Okay. This seems like another open area. Definitely, no, I know that we definitely came here. Grab some copper. A little bit more. Now, where do we need to go? Other ways down. I think it's the same trench there was before. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think I came here before. A lot of materials here. Fisher egg. That's not what we're looking for. Nope, not here. Come on. There we go. I'm going down. Okay. There might be another yellow hole. Yep. This is going down the other way around. In these ranges. Oh, there is a suspicious hole over here. It takes us from nowhere to nowhere. Materials. Not even seeing the ghost of Leviathan that would suggest me that I was in the right place. And I said it. There it is. Let me drop here real quick. The repair tool. Really? Drop down here. go. Actually, let me go through this cave again, because these had the architects beacons like around there. So I'll guess that if anything, this should be the way to go. Because this just goes around, right? Got it here. Turn around and you'll leave out here. Then we can go this way. Went that way that last time. Is there something? There's something that seems to have been shredded around here. Here we go. So, let's go this way. Maybe that's the secret way of going there? Or the only way to get in there? Go up a tiny bit. Let's go this way. Okay. Maybe we're in the same place that we were before. We're going southeast. Trying to find a way down. Oh. Okay. This is unique. Yeah, I don't think I came this way before. Red crystals, definitely not this way before. Not a kyanite around here. Red crystals. Strange tree plants. Careful. Clips plant. Here. One thing that you want to do. Sorry, Alan. Not gonna be needing. Gonna get too many snacks.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Because we didn't bring too many snacks or didn't expect to be exploring that much. A lot of reapers here. Okay. Down here, so down we go. Starting to get to the limit where our pronto can take us.
I sense the presence of a substantial facility in the area. Unable to identify.
Oh, there you are. Here we go. Okay, I think I dodged that one. But where is the facility? Probably on the other side of that ghost Leviathan. Hello. Thinking even when you're outside, so hide. Yep. Try not to stay out of the prawn suit itself. Really glad that the prawn suit is maxed out right now. I guess that will be on the bottom of this, right? Try to circle around. Let's squeeze through here as I can. Left, left, maybe somewhere from here. Okay. Going down. I think I see something. Yes, I do see something. There's something over here. Maybe some fishes to get myself some health. I don't know where I can hide the prawn itself.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It doesn't want to go in there with me. I'm just gonna park it this side.
Once you have used the fabricator to build each component, we can assemble them.
And then we can transfer you out of my head?
I am anticipating it as much as you are.
Okay, so we got a few things here. This fabricator.
So, Alan, you said your people came here in search of a cure?
I was a researcher.
You were a scientist? Like me?
My people regarded my scientific contributions with particular interest.
As I said, like me.
If that is your interpretation.
So, how did your valuable scientific mind wind up infected?
Not my mind, my body. Perhaps you should build the next component.
Said it was gonna take 22 seconds, so prawn suit still maxed out. There's some fishies. This one. Can you do anything for us? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Large crystal formation. Now we can do it. Okay. No. Can catch those fishes. Can catch this one. And this one. And even though they're raw, they give me a little bit of food. Even this gives us a little bit of food, but I'm not gonna consume this because otherwise we're gonna have to go back to surface to get the materials. Nope. Nope, can do. Okay, somewhere close. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Oh, the knife cooks the fish. Oh, okay. Should have done that before.
So you came here to search for a cure?
I led the mission.
Does that mean the bacteria got out on your watch?
This subject is uncomfortable. If you would like to know more, I will ask that you first construct the final component.
Hide it on the back. Let's see if we can get a little bit of distance between us, the Ghost Leviathan. Like that. Maybe over here we won't be able to get to it. I don't like when I don't see you. You're ready to spam F11. Okay, so first of all, let's save. Spam F11. What does F11 do? Screenshot. Okay.
This is the last piece. Soon I will be autonomous again.
What will you do with your newfound freedom?
I must return home to make amends.
Amends? For the bacterium? There seems to be a lot you're not telling me.
It is hard for me to find the words. I must collect my thoughts. We have all the necessary components. You may initiate body fabrication sequence from the terminal.
You still owe me an explanation.
I understand.
You owe me explanation. Okay, I understand. That's about it.
Commence installation in fabrication.
Here it comes.
The escape of the bacteria was an accident. I thought my solution was foolproof. I was wrong.
Did you cause the accident?
Yes.
Oh.
I do not wish to speak about it.
We can come back to this.
Hello, Alan.
What are you doing?
Research. Tit for tat. You've probed my mind. I scan your body.
Commencing data transfer.
Goodbye, Alan.
Did it work? Are we...
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions. Like waking from a dream.
Whoa. Hey. You're really not in my head anymore?
There are some remnants. Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
Are you kidding? No way. You still owe me the end of your story.
I told you I must return home. To assess. Repair. Make amends.
Tell me more.
When the bacteria escaped, it was my fault. I disobeyed the directive from my network.
Come on, went rogue.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
We noticed that a species of Leviathan young produced an enzyme that is efficient against the bacteria. I thought if we incubated sea dragon eggs, we might expedite their hatching. I was not wrong.
But...
It would appear that sea dragon parents are stronger and more motivated than our facility was rated to handle.
And the bacteria got out, affecting everything. How many survived the outbreak? Are they still waiting for someone to bring back a cure?
I do not know.
Can I help?
The fact that I withheld this information does not concern you.
It's certainly manipulative. But I've also made my own share of mistakes. I'm still committed to helping.
I accept your help. Find me at the gate when you are ready. In the meantime, I must prepare.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Yeah, I thought it was us getting because we don't have enough water. But it might be that the sea prawn is getting toasted. Please. Let's see if we can interact with Alan one more time.
Please, I will join you in the gate base when everything is ready. But for now, I have much to prepare.
Yeah. The possum is getting eaten. That's for sure. Come on, Ghost Leviathan, can you leave my possum in peace? Not in pieces? Okay, what happened? Okay, I think my prawn is dead. Yep. Yep. Good idea. Let's get out of there. We can craft a new prawn suit. Oh boy. That didn't go well. Oh, and then even a potato chip to Alan. Yeah. If I didn't go to Alan, I probably could have saved my process. That wasn't what I wanted to do. What do we have here? Power. Take these off. Any containment. Okay. There's one more thing. Oh, there's the carrying module. These are the bits and pieces that I'm missing, really. Okay, so prawn suits. One of these. Also my module 1 of these. Cat upgrade. Grappling arm. Okay. Let's go back to the base. The gate facility. Okay. Let's see what Alan has for us. And since we're going that way, we'll probably take these things out of our list. There we go. Let's go to the surface so the brute sharks don't bother us too much. Well, at least that was a lot faster than finding our way with the prawn tooth to go up from there. Not the best way, that's for sure. Well, let's say that's not the most resource saving method, but there's a way. I imagine if the sea trick wasn't there. Yeah, really, like place. If it wasn't for you, yeah, I'll be in deep trouble. That's for sure. You think we have to go under this? And once the Ghost Leviathan found our prawn suit, just like, oh, let me get a new bow of this. Oh, maybe another one. then maybe another one. Until there was no more prawn soup. Leave me be. I'm going to meet Alan again. Oh. Give me a break. Already lost one vehicle. Really don't want to lose another one. Can definitely look to get some more food and water. Yeah, I played Subnautica 1 quite a bit. Enjoyed so much that I bought Subnautica Below Zero even before 1.1. So I knew like, let's say like half of the story before going through this playthrough. This is the first time that I played since the 1.0 release, so we're really looking forward to see what's out there. Talking about out there, two things that we need to do. First is take a look into you and grab some of these. I think these are pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you want to take my jetpack or not. Just gonna avoid you completely. Yeah, I like playing Subnautica 1 so much that I said, nope, I need to get that second one. This is food and water. Exactly what we're looking for. Oh. Base gate facility. We have to go under it. Yep. See what we got here. Need any more? Don't need more water. Food or water? Okay. So I need to go this way. Oh, people already came here. Is there a light? Okay, hello. Oh, we used to start in this area instead of going in this end game. Oh. Hello. Snowman? Can we build a snowman? What do we have here?
What did Altera use this place for?
Researchers here were trying to find me.
Motivational posters were banned from XenoWorks following a lengthy discussion at the annual company retreat 3 years ago. This poster is technically contraband.
Sure. Lantern tree? You want me to destroy the snowman? Really? Yeah. Body eating food. Nope, there's some drop on the ground. Come on. Orders? Couldn't leave the snowman there. Come on. Dude.
Was this Sam's space? What was she doing all the way out here?
William? Sam?
I don't think I have a choice. I have to neutralize the bacteria myself. I'm a little nervous. Okay, terrified. But this thing is a death sentence. We shouldn't be messing around with it. I'm no biologist, I know. So does everyone else here. I haven't spoken to Danny since we fought about it. Zeta said she'd handle it and then didn't. Lil practically begged me to drop it. This is completely beyond the scope of your work. You have to stop before you jeopardize your standing with the company. I don't want good standing with a transgov that would do this. Robin tried to warn me. Maybe she was right, and Altera really is unfixable. Maybe I deserve better than this. We all do. I've synthesized the antibacterial agent. I know my biochem at least well enough to do that much. I've stashed some away in one of the Pengling research caves, southeast of the Leviathan. That was probably the easy part. Now I just have to carry out the plan. Focus, be brave, worry about what happens next after the threat is neutralized. They're going to know it was me. If they send me home, when they send me home, where they...
Oh, Potato. I miss that fluffy little couch walrus.
Okay, some more experiment areas.
While other teams have been pursuing more nebulous approaches to awakening the architects, I've tried to take a more practical approach. We know these part organic, part digital beings stored what they thought of as themselves on computers within their sanctuaries, and we know efforts to wake or communicate with them have been in vain. My theory is that to make first contact, these digital ghosts must first be recombined with an organic component.
Yep.
As Dr. Kaz Slaney's classic study noted, we know they had means to grow cybernetic bodies and to transfer their data patterns between them. There is a known probable architect sanctuary in this sector, but entry is not currently possible. If I can get inside and present the right vessel, I do think we will be successful.
Yep, something like this.
I wanted to know too much about architects. I could not let her. She was, what do you call them? Alteran.
What did you think she would do to you?
She might have discovered the gateway to our home world. I thought it wiser not to take the chance.
Okay. Just go. Throwing the head out of the camera. Okay. Destroy it. Here. Launch pad. Empty. There's a way that when you leave before one of the stories was getting here and then someone was getting out on the pad there. You warm up. Let's go to the gate facility. More attack. Anything else? Hello? That munchkin? Base tech facility. Hello? Okay. So they came here before, but they couldn't go all the way through, probably.
Are you preparing to leave, Alan?
Yes, there is much to do.
Powering up the Death Star. Yep, he's gonna shoot that through here. Okay, this is still locked out. Okay, you can scan over here. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Hello, Ellen.
Do you still wish to leave with me? Beyond this teleporter, there is no turning back.
Are you kidding? I can't pass up a chance to see where architects come from. Besides, I don't have another ride.
I do not know what we will find there. The others may be sick or angry, if they live at all.
Or you could find peace. Family.
Yep.
I hope you are right. Please complete any business you still have on this planet. Join me on the other side when you are ready to leave.
And off he goes. Give me a little bit of a save. And that end game? Okay, I know. Don't have any more items on us. Seems that we're still on the same planet.
Robin, you're just in time. The phase gate is opening.
You've been hiding a phase gate here this whole time.
Only for the last millennium. It will lead us home.
No wonder you hid yourself from Altera.
Yep.
It was imperative to keep the homeworld safe, in hopes that the others survived.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, how the architects have phase gates.
Will you help me prepare the ship? The energy masts must be moved into place.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is different.
Off he goes. Energy masts. Okay. These things. Oh, this one is line pillar. Oh, oh no! Oh, that was a close one. Okay, one down. Another one over there. Wants to be melted? Maybe, perhaps, perchance. Come on. Am I floating? No. Okay. We are floating. Definitely floating. Okay.
Very good. Return to me and I will initiate ship assembly.
Oh, that's a phase gate or is it a ship?
Thank you. The masts are in place. The energy field is ready. There is no time to lose.
Yep. Off we go. Go through here. Okay, his arm went first. So he became the ship? Or the ship materialize around him? He can materialize around him, right?
Join me, Robin.
Okay, will do. Beam me up, sorry. That's rough.
I apologize. The levitator was calibrated for heavier bodies.
Yep.
I would have helped you to your feet, but as you can see, I have been fully integrated with the ship.
Is this permanent?
Nothing is permanent. Are you ready to go?
Yes. I found the answers I was looking for. I'm ready to move on. I can't bring Sam back. But I know she died fighting, and I got to finish her work.
Yep.
I'll always carry her memory.
Good. Please brace yourself, and then we will depart.
Okay, how can we brace? Facing this way? No.
Launching in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's a smooth launch, at least. Oh yeah, there is a phase gate and there is a ship. Oh, for a second that would be the ship, but nope. They're returning to one of those cables that they had. Oh! Oh no. No,
What
good.
will we find when we get there?
If I am the last of my kind, I will experience the sorrow of 10,000 souls dimming.
Not good. Another phase gates? Okay. There's still a planet. There's still atmosphere. Because there are clouds. Rain. Water. Okay. Buildings.
And if they survived?
With you, I am ready to face whatever awaits.
Now we're talking. With you. That's putting his trust in someone else. Into the unknown. Oh, they wouldn't even give us a sneak peek on the Architect's world? Well, they give us a sneak peek, but what will happen with the rest of the Architects? Ooh. I heard. Crash? Really? Or is it they are preparing for Subnautica 3? Because I heard some people talking about like, oh, there is going to be a Subnautica 3. Maybe this end is just a hook for the next one. This is what we'll bet. And if you'll escape. That's what I said, but like, what the heck? We didn't pay for half of a game. Well, so here's the Architect, the base, and the sea truck. Well, again, these. A lot of these was due to your help, Rook. Like place. Otherwise, it will be well over 20 hours. So, yeah. In this case, well, at least I don't feel that's a half game. It's 9 a.m. I was awake for the whole night. Oh, good night, one. Have a good one. Thank you so much for all your help, and Mondays and Thursdays. I think that my next one is going to be Factorio. I've been playing out a little bit and might bring it in replacement of Subnautica. I might bring Genshin Impact for a few sessions. I don't know. We'll see how that's going to roll again. Thanks for the following. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!